welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing books that I think would make a really good movie. I've done books that I think would make good shows, but this is a little different. I don't think there's enough stuff in these books to make a whole show, but maybe a series of movies for multiple books, you know, that kind of thing. But here we go. So the first book I have here is one I am so conflicted on. I loved it the first time I read it, but I think I would probably hate it if I reread it. And that is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This book I think would make a really good movie because it is about our main character, Avery, who ends up getting a letter from a mysterious man after he passes saying that she is going to inherit every single bit of money he had, even though he left behind a bunch of grandchildren, 4 grandchildren specifically, 4 boys, 4 brothers who really wanted that inheritance and think they deserve that inheritance. So it is Avery and her big sister get sent to this house, the house of the Hawthorne family. Yep, the Hawthorne family. And she's navigating. Just completely blocked by the cat right now. Nubs, hey, Nubby, what are you doing? You're kind of in the way. So she's in this house with the brothers. They love to play games and riddles. She doesn't know the family. The brothers don't know her. They don't know why she's getting the inheritance and they're not. So they're trying to figure out how this man knew her, why she would be given the inheritance. There's a love triangle for some reason. There's a bunch of like mysteries and puzzles for Avery to solve thanks to the brothers and the grandfather who used to play games with the boys where it was solving a bunch of riddles to figure out clues and stuff. Yeah, it's a giant mystery with, fun little riddles and problems for her to solve, a love triangle, relationship brewing between her older sister and the oldest of the brothers. Yeah, it's fast-paced, it's kind of fun. It is fun, I can't deny that it is fun. I did read this very, very fast. It was a fun book, but it's just cheesy enough that I think it could make a really good teen mystery movie. And yeah, so Inheritance Games. The next one, I'm pretty sure you can probably see it, but that is The Supernatural Society by Rex Ogle. The reason why I think this would be a great movie is we don't have enough paranormal kids movies. Just like ookity spookity kids movies. And I think this would make a great one because this is about a boy who moves to a new town after his mother and father get divorced, and all of a sudden he starts to see monsters around the town, and his neighbors are 2 adopted siblings, like 2 adopted kids, and together the 3 of them have to figure out what's happening because neighborhood pets go missing, and they have to figure out where those pets are going, how to get them back home, and what's going on, why they're seeing these monsters. It's really good. It's a found family kind of story, and I think it would be a really fun movie because we don't have stuff like this for kids anymore. The only things that really kind of cover this are Scooby-Doo, and that's kind of like not the same because it's usually not paranormal. It used to be when I was a kid. We got a lot of paranormal movies from Scooby-Doo, which was great because I loved that stuff. But we need more stuff like this for kids, and me specifically. Jesus Christ, Nubs. We have a big box because my partner just had to get a replacement computer because their graphics card was fried pretty much. So we have a huge box in our kitchen waiting for garbage day, and the cat is absolutely loving this box. So I'm sorry if you hear her on that box, which you probably will. Next, I have Horrid by Katrina Leno. And the reason why I have this book is purely because it is beautiful. The vibes of this book are immaculate. Think like the aesthetic of Crimson Peak. So the aesthetic of Crimson Peak meets a haunted house story set in the modern day. I think it's really, really, really cool. Just the entire aesthetic of this book. The way that the mystery, the horror kind of escalates and evolves throughout the story, and the way it all gets wrapped up, I think would be an incredible movie. I can't say too much because it is very spoilery to say anything about this, really. But I really, really like this, and it would be a great PG-13 horror movie, I think. Just because the vibes are immaculate. Like, straight up, this has incredible atmosphere. I also think Mexican Gothic would be an incredible, incredible, incredible movie. I don't have a physical copy of Mexican Gothic, that's why I'm stating this now. But that book is so much vibes. I didn't like it as a book because I couldn't get into the characters as much. But I think for a movie, the visuals would be insane and so good. That one extremely is Crimson Peak. And I love the aesthetic of Crimson Peak. I think it is a beautiful movie and a haunting movie. And I think that is what Mexican Gothic was kind of going for. Emphasis on the Gothic part, you know? Like, those are Gothic aesthetics, Gothic movies, Gothic vibes. And Mexican Gothic, obviously, is that. So next I have... We don't have enough teen slashers, let's be real. We don't have enough serious teen slashers. We have a lot of teen slasher comedies recently, but we don't have anything like Scream. We do, but it's not the same as what it was, you know? We kind of need a good teen slasher movie that just involves teens, is teen-centric, but is a serious slasher movie. It's not poking fun at the slasher genre. It's not meta comedy. It's a straight up slasher horror movie, but with teens as the main target audience. And that's where Clown in a Cornfield comes from. Comes in, I guess. Clown in a Cornfield is a really, really good story for this specifically. The very top of the book is sun bleached. I don't know how I managed that. Anyways, so Clown in a Cornfield, it's hard to explain, but this is a series of books. The third one comes out real soon, I think. I think it comes out next month, maybe? Or month after, I'm not sure. Anyways, so I haven't read the second one yet, but I heard it's also very good. And, like, if that one is actually good, I think this could be a good, like, franchise of movies. A la Scream. A la... Oh, God. What else is there for slasher teen movies? Yeah, no, there really isn't anything that's a serious slasher. Maybe Happy Death Day? But even then, it's kind of like meta comedy, you know? But this one isn't meta humor. It does slightly have some jabbings at things that came before it, but that's normal in the horror genre, and I think this would fit in really well in the horror genre of today, where we have purely either adult horror, where it's like there's no ifs, ands, or buts, it's gore, it's, you know, like it's stuff that your teenagers shouldn't be watching, or it is like comedy horror with like what was that one? Yeah, was it called Teen Killer? Something like that. With the guy in the mask that returns. Like A24 has a lot of teen horror right now. What is that one? Where they switch places, where it's the teenage girl and the serial killer, and they switch places in high school. Freaky, I think. Yeah. That one. Like, there's not much serious slashers going on that's, you know, not super, super gory. Because I love me some Terrifier. Don't get me wrong. I love Terrifier. But sometimes you don't want to see all the graphics. Like, you don't want to... You're not always in the mood for a super graphic horror. Sometimes you just want to throw on a good slasher that's just, like, having a time. Like, that's why Scream was so good at the time, because it is genuinely just a good slasher movie. The twist really helps. This kind of has a twist in that kind of sense. Not the same at all. But, like, it has a twist as to what's happening at the end. Like, why these killer clowns are killing. And, like, killer clown movies, we don't have any currently. The only killer clown we technically have going right now is the It remakes. And, like, they're great, don't get me wrong. But Pennywise the Clown is not actually a clown. He's a cosmic space demon who just happens to take on the form of a clown because he thinks children are afraid of clowns. Which, you know, they are. But, clowns are terrifying. Give me some slasher clowns. Give me some actual slasher clowns. Because the thing with Pennywise is he's scary. He is scary. That is his whole purpose. He is a cosmic being whose survival is based off terrifying the fuck out of children and then eating them. But, like, this is genuinely just people dressing up as clowns to kill people. And we don't have that. Because, like, as a kid, clowns are scary. Clowns are scary. And that feeds into the fact of, like, you know, John Wayne Gacy, like, you know, people who dress up as clowns and did horrific things in real life. Like I think it was 2017, the whole, like, clown, epidemic where there was just people dressed up as creepy clowns going around, breaking into people's houses and stalking people. I want books based off that. Like, that's terrifying and sick. And that as movies, also terrifying and sick, and I love it. Then I have If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This book, like I've said in my other review of this book, it is pretentious as shit. But I also think pretentious movies are kind of fun. And this is a good mystery movie. It's a good, twisty, thrillery mystery movie. And I think it'd be dope to watch this on the big screen. I really think so. I think this would be such a fun ride of a movie. And it'd be one that I would show people. Because it has such a vibe to it. Like, oh god, what is a comp movie I can give you for this? I don't know. Like, this is just a cool vibe. I don't know how to explain it. Like, the past where all of the stuff is happening in college, the college setting, the specifically arts college setting is so cool. And these theater kids as the main characters is such a fun vibe. And these parties that are eccentric and wild, and the violence that is also kind of grotesque in a way. The true, honest experiences of these college kids and the way life is kind of fucking them around, I think is so cool. In a terrible way. Like, this is not one of those happy, fun movies. It wouldn't be. But I think it would be such a good movie. I don't know. I just think it would be fun. It would be really cool. And I don't think we have enough movies where it is the culprit of the crime telling their story in that kind of way. Like, we have a lot of books of that, but we don't have a lot of movies where it's like this, and it's not like a true crime kind of documentary, and I don't like those as much. Like, I don't want to hear from a serial killer. I don't care for their opinion, in all honesty. So if we could get something fictional like that, I would really like that. Anyways, the last book I have here, come on, I have to. It's Sadie by Courtney Summers. Are you kidding? This would be such a good movie. This is one where I wish it could be more than just a movie, but I know it couldn't. If We Were Villains could be pulled out into like a short, like HBO, like Amazon Prime Video series, limited run series. I don't know what they're called, but I think it would be better as a movie. But there is a lot of stuff to cover, so maybe this one would be pushing it, but the other ones for sure would be movies. This one definitely has to be a movie, though I wish it could be a TV series, like a limited run series, because I think it deserves that, but I don't think it has enough to do that, which sucks. I think it would be like a really, really, really good 2-hour movie. A good 2-hour gritty thriller, because that's what this book is. It's a gritty thriller for teens that I love. It's so intense. It's so traumatizing. It's so it really like throws you in the head of Sadie, and it's terrifying in there. Like, she is struggling so much, and the way that this would play out on the screen would be horrific, but also incredible. And I think it would be really heavy, but in a good way. And I think that the breaks of having the investigation in the present with the podcast scenario would be really cool to see. Maybe they could change it from a podcast to a show, so you could actually like see it, like he's doing like a web series or something. But I think it'd be really, really cool for this to be a movie, and the way that it would play out, I think would be really cool. The duality is incredible, and to see that would be awesome. Like the present and the past, and the way that they come together, that reveal, that ending, that everything of this book, I think would be so good. Sadie's investigation into the disappearance of her sister and the revenge for the, like, against the guy that she thinks took her sister. And then in the present, the search for Sadie, and how that all plays out. I think that this would be such a cool, fun, not fun in like a good way, but like a fun to watch, even though it's kind of like bad. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I really, really think this would be a good movie. But I wish it could be more than just a movie. I wish like there was a way to take this and really run with it and give us a deep dive into Sadie as a character, like the book does, in a way on the screen. But I don't know how that would happen without dragging the story too much, because like the thing with this is we have a lot of inner monologue from Sadie herself to give us who Sadie is as a person, and like her thoughts, her intentions as she's going throughout the story, which I don't know how they would pull off in a TV show without really like dragging it. And like the flashbacks to Sadie and her sister's childhood, I think could be better done in a movie format. But anyways, those are all the books that I would like to see turned into a movie at some point. If you have any, let me know down in the comments. If you like this, give a like, I guess. Subscribe if you want to. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Hope to see you again soon, and bye-bye.